Hey everyone out there, this is the Cheston Podcast, and I'm your host, Cheston. All right, how's everyone doing out there? All right, well, we are here on Tuesday, ready to do the topics for the week of February 6th to February 12th. But before I get to that, this is actually the second to the last episode for season one. Like, I cannot believe that we're almost done. I'm almost done with season one. 26 episodes. This is the 25th, actually. The next one would be the season finale, episode 26, and that will be season one. And then I'm gonna do a little hiatus, a little break, and then I'll be back in March for season two. The launch of season two, and there's gonna be major changes. I'm definitely gonna have some special guests on for season two. That's one of my goals, is to have more people on. I mean, this season it was kind of slow, but season one was a good season. Nonetheless, I will admit, because I got to learn, I got to just find out so much about podcasting and just the ins and outs of it, editing, all that stuff, and even trial and errors. Things that episodes that were planned, and I actually did have episodes recorded, but some of the episodes I just had to scrap and re-record because like I said, it was a learning process. Season one was a learning process, but I was able to get the episodes done that I wanted, and I was able to put them up on my platforms: Spotify, Apple podcast, YouTube, Amazon Music. So I mean, I was able to launch and get everything out there and do my episodes, but it's a learning process. I'm gonna get better as I keep on going, and I know this, and I believe this. So season two is gonna be way better. I'm actually, everybody's been telling me, you need a theme song, you need theme music. So I actually caved in, because I at first I was like, no, I wanted to be different, go against the grain, if you will, sort of say. I did not want to, be the typical podcast and have a theme song, but I decided to cave in, and, in season two, there will be a theme song. There will be more guests. And it won't just be about, season two definitely won't just be about hot topics. We're still going to stay in pop culture. I'm still going to, report on the culture and discuss stuff about the culture. So we're still going to stay in that realm. So I'm not going to stray away from that. It's still going to be about, celebrities, music, movies, fashion, models, all that stuff. It's still going to be in that realm, but I'm still going to have more than just, hot topic episodes, where we're just talking about what happened the previous week. There will be more episodes where we get more in depth on, topics, or we discuss things, with the guests that I will have in the future. So I'm just saying, season two is going to be better. Be ready for it. But I just want to let you know that we're closing out season one. This is the second to the last episode 25. And this is the episode where we're going to be going over the week of February 6th to February 12th. I just wanted to give you guys that little disclaimer, letting you know that we're coming to a close on season one. There will be a mini little break. I'll be back in March. I will have all that, definitely on the season finale. I will have the date exactly on when, we'll be, I'll be back for season two. So, but let's just go ahead and get into these topics. Like I said, for the week of February 6th to February 12th, let's just jump right into it. Okay. Madonna responds to comments on her appearance after the Grammys Awards. Well, her appearance at the Grammys, the Grammy ceremony. And which is the craziest thing. I haven't heard or read anything else about the Grammys other than, here's the two topics that I've been seeing the most. Nobody's been talking about the winners. Nobody's been talking about the performances. The two topics I have been seeing the most of, that on social media, that everybody's speaking about, even in different publications on newspapers and stuff. Madonna's appearance, which I think is just ridiculous. That shouldn't even be a topic of discussion. It's her fucking appearance. If she wants to look the way she wants to look, let her look the way she wants to look. And everybody's clowning. I'll get more into that. And then the second other thing that everybody's bringing up is Beyonce once again being snubbed for Album of the Year. But I didn't even want to talk. I'm so sick and tired of the Grammys. They always get it wrong. Every year it just comes. It just they show more clearly that it's politics. It's industry politics. It's basically record labels voting for their artists. It's all bought. I don't believe that there's nothing genuine about the Grammys anymore. Or I don't even think it ever was. Because even, my mom would say, back then, even when she used to watch the Grammys, that they used to get it wrong on who would win the category. So it's basically, it's just, it's industry politics. People just, I'm done with it. I'm tired of it. They award, for some reason, it just seems like they award people that don't deserve to be awarded versus the people that do take the time and the blood, sweat, and tears to put their energy into something. And then when they release it, it has so much impact that you can't deny that it was a great, a cohesive piece of art, a piece of work. It was really good, that it was so good that it affected the culture. It inspired, so many people, and you see it on social media. You see it, you see it. You see the impact that album or whoever that artist had on, society in a way. You know what I'm saying? So for another person to win over, somebody that has so much impact, it kind of doesn't make no sense. But like I said, I'm tired of talking about the Grammys. I'm tired of talking about Grammy politics. But what I do have time for is to talk about Madonna having to respond to comments about her appearance at the Grammys. So I get it. People want to talk about, they want to talk about her plastic surgery, or if she's, she's never admitted to it. So I'm gonna say allegedly. People want to talk about allegedly the work she's getting on her face. But this is my thing. It's her fucking face. This is America. She's not the worst out there from plastic surgery. There's other, believe it or not, there's other celebrities that look worse than her, sweetie. I can say names, but I won't. There's other people that look a lot worse than Madonna that are, messing with their faces. I don't get why are we, it's out of nowhere. Not only do people beat her down for her age and her doing what the fuck she wants to do on her platform, this is nothing new. Madonna's always been this way. So it's just shocking to me that you guys have so much an opinion about it. And it's like, why care? Why do you care if she wants to, allegedly get work done on her face? Why does it matter? That's the great part about America. You can do whatever you want to do. You can get as much work as you want to get and look crazy, and it don't matter. So I don't get why. The cool part about it is Madonna's not the worst person out there that's had tons of work done. There's other celebrities, like I said before, walking around that look worse than Madonna, but you guys want to point out Madonna's appearance. So anyways, Madonna, I guess she's been getting, she's been hearing about, or been seeing on social media. Even there's newspaper articles, even PageSix, which I'm really disappointed in, commented on the way, she was looking at the Grammys, which I think is just ridiculous. We should not be talking about this woman's appearance. It's her right to look any way she wants to look. But anyways, Madonna, she had time and got on her Instagram and she decided to respond. So this is what she wrote. I'm just going to read the post that she wrote. She said, "It was an honor for me to introduce Kim Petras and Sam Smith at the Grammys. I wanted to give the last award, which was Album of the Year, but I thought it was more important that I present the first trans woman performing at the Grammys in a history-making moment. And on top of that, she won a Grammy. Instead of focusing on what I said in my speech, which was giving thanks for the fearlessness of artists like Sam and Kim, many people chose to talk about close-up photos of me taken with a long lens camera by a press photographer that would distort anyone's face. Once again, I am caught in the glare of ageism and misogyny that permeates the world permeates the world we live in. A world that refuses to celebrate women past the age of 45 and feels the need to punish her if she continues to be strong-willed, hardworking, and adventurous. I have never apologized for any of the creative choices I have made, nor the way that I look or dress, and I'm not going to start. I've been degraded by the media since the beginning of my career, but I understand that this is all a test, and I am happy to do the trailblazing so that all the women behind me can have an easier time in the years to come. In the words of Beyonce, you won't break my soul. Okay? Continuing on, I look forward to many more years of subversive behavior, pushing boundaries, standing up to the patriarchy, and most of all, enjoying my life. Bow down, bitches. Okay? Well written, Madonna. And that's one thing she doesn't get credit for. Madonna's a very smart woman. A very smart woman. Y'all don't want to give her credit for that, but that's not a dumb woman at all. That's a very intellectual woman. Like that's an intellect. Madonna is very much on her shit as far as, creativity, just having a say over her career. Come on now. Over 45 years of relevancy. There's not many artists that can do that. Where you can constantly be talked about for 45 years straight. Like you can constantly make headlines. Like it's constant news. You can't do that. I mean, there's only few that's done that. Where every decade, you can last every decade. Not everybody can do that, baby. Not everybody can do that. And you guys know it's true. There's only I can only name a handful that continuously rocked. Like there's only a handful that have done it and that are currently doing it. Like, for example, to me, legendary to me is like Diana Ross. That's somebody that's had decades of success. Like she, had success in the 60s. She had success in the 70s. She's had success in the 80s. She's had success in the 90s. I'm just saying, she's been constantly talked about. Same thing with Michael Jackson. He's went on for decades. The only person I'm seeing right now that's doing that is Beyonce. That's currently in this generation. I guess for the millennials, I'm gonna say for my generation, millennials. The only real superstar that's lasting decades is Beyonce. Nicki Minaj is doing it for the first to do it for female rap. There's no female rapper I know, and you can quote me on this or try to come in my comments on this. I will. We can talk. I won't even say argue. We can have a healthy confrontation about this any day, anytime. I will let you know there has not been a female rapper that has consistently been making music and been successful at it. Nicki Minaj has been putting in the work for over 12 plus years. She's the first to do it. So I'm just saying, like I said, there's only a handful of people that have done it. So I just don't get why. I'm just caught off as the why is you guys, Madonna, people should be thanking Madonna. If there was, Madonna is a perfect example of a superstar that definitely had an effect, had an impact on the culture and society. Women pop stars now wouldn't, there wouldn't be no Kim Kardashian. There wouldn't be no Cardi B WAP without Madonna. I'm serious. You guys want to say, oh no, what does this white woman have to do? It's not even about her being white. It's the fact that she was a woman. It was unheard of in the 80s and the 90s to be doing what she was doing. And I'm always, as a person of the LGBTQIA plus community, I'm always going to give props to Madonna because she definitely helped my community, our community. She definitely helped the LGBTQIA plus community in a lot of ways by, just putting it, she made it a part of her platform. She definitely made it, I'm going to put this. I'm just saying, we got to give Madonna her props. I'm sorry, for cutting myself off. I can go into this for hours, but you definitely have to give Madonna her props because she is definitely a pop star, a historical figure, if you will, that definitely, she didn't make laws or anything like that, but I'm just saying, just by her impact and her music and her mind, just by her, saying, you know what, I'm going to put nothing but gay stuff in my music videos so that small town Americans will see my music video and won't be so shocked about it because it is a part of, and this is, you can quote me, you can see old interviews of her saying this. She's literally has said this before. She said, I'm doing it, I'm putting all this stuff in my music videos, all this shocking stuff so people can get used to it because it's part of life. Homosexuality is part of, even though it might not be your life for heterosexual people. It probably not be, it's not your life, but I'm sure somebody in your life that is a homosexual or from the LGBTQIA plus community. So I'm just saying, she was trying to make it a norm to where people won't be as shocked or as disgusted when they see these things or these images or two men kissing. And this is all the way back in 1990, baby. 1991, 92, the early 90s. So I'm just saying, I'm always going to give Madonna her props. I think everybody should give Madonna her props. Like, it wouldn't be as free as it was now if there was no Madonna. Honestly, you know, then that's real. That's real shit. Like, real talk. Like, there shouldn't be no Madonna disrespect, honestly. But anyways, I don't know why people care about her appearance. Who cares? Let Madonna live her life. Like, she's not hurting nobody. That woman, all she wants to do is help, people. So I don't get why people are tearing her down, because she really doesn't do nothing. But anyways, another thing I wanted to point out is that I've been seeing on TikTok that there were seat fillers. It's like the Grammys had, a whole bunch of random people sitting on the floor near celebrities so they can get, basically eavesdrop, hear their conversations. I saw one TikTok where a girl basically was, standing there all up in Lizzo. I mean, it's not Lizzo. All up in SZA and Beyonce's face when they had an interaction, down there, where all the celebrities sit at the Grammys. It's like, it's creepy. And it's telling, it's like, first, you guys, the Grammys, they'll lie and they'll, promote a whole bunch of false advertising, basically say that this person's going to perform, or I have a surprise performance of, from this person, will allude to you thinking that, your favorite artist is going to, be there, going to perform, going to show up. And then you watch the ceremony and they didn't, it's not there. So I'm noticing things that the ceremony, they're so desperate now because they're losing viewership. I mean, it did go up a little bit this year, but trust me, next year it's going to be very low. I think, this was the final year, especially, and I honestly feel this is the last time we'll see Beyonce and Jay-Z at a Grammy ceremony. Like, you guys are going to stop using these people's names and their likeness for your ratings. Like, it's ridiculous now. And yeah, the Grammys is like, it's over. Like, I'm not even gonna cover it no more. Like, I'm done. Like, the only thing I'll probably cover from the Grammys going forward is the Rock Nation brunch, because I like the Rock Nation brunch. I feel like there's a lot of hip hop rap artists that show up to that brunch, and I like seeing that type of crowd. Like, there's nothing more beautiful than me to seeing black people dressed up at an event, so I like seeing that. So I don't know. I'm going to continue to cover Rock Nation over Grammy weekend, but no, unfortunately, I am done with the Grammys. My last year talking about them. Just done. All right, moving on. Billboard and VIBE magazine get together and they come up with the 50 greatest rappers of all time list. Yes, I'm tired of these lists, but somebody has to make them, right? So I would love to go through 1 through 50, but nobody really cares about 1 through 50. Everybody wants to know who is the top 10. That's all that really matters when you hear a list like that. Who is the top 10? So, okay, let's get to the top 10 of the list. So number 10 is Nicki Minaj, which I disagree. She definitely could be higher on this list once I name the rest of these names. But I'm going to say that this list, it's a combination of not just your rap, how good of a rapper you are. I think it's your business, how iconic you are, is your likeness. I think it's like a number of things that they had to calculate this for, because based off, I'm thinking, if I'm just going off of rap, Nicki Minaj definitely should be in the, not even 10. She should be well in the top 10. But anyways, number 9 is Snoop Dogg. Number 8 is Drake. Number 7 is Lil Wayne. Number 6 is Notorious B.I.G. Number 5 is Eminem. Number 4 is Tupac. Side note, that's my favorite rapper of all time. So that's my number 1 is Tupac. But he's number 4 on VIBE and Billboard's list. Number 3 is Nas. Number 2 is Kendrick Lamar. And number 1 is, of course, Jay-Z. Which makes sense. Jay-Z, he has like the biggest business deals, brand deals. He's like doing it. He, very, very smart businessman. So I'm not shocked that he is number 1. And then on top of that, he has 12 solo albums and they're all platinum. So, I mean, he really can talk his shit. And also to throw in, he is the most awarded rapper. of all the rappers. He has the most Grammys out of rappers. So I mean, so you have to give Jay-Z his fucking props. And then on top of that, I have to brag a little bit more because that's my Sag brother. So seeing him do it inspires me. So shout out to Jay-Z. But anyways, okay, so that was the top 10 of the 50 greatest rappers. So then, okay, so the only female rapper that made it in the, down to the top 10 is Nicki Minaj. So basically they're saying the greatest female rapper of all time is Nicki Minaj, out of this list. So here are the other female rappers who made the list. Just a FYI, just to let you know. So number 47 is MC Lyte. Number 44 is Queen Latifah. Number 31 is Lil' Kim. Number 30 is Lauryn Hill, and number 19 is Missy Elliott. Excuse me, sorry. And then number 10 is obviously Nicki Minaj. Okay, so this is one thing I do want to point out. So now all these little conversations about Megan Thee Stallion, Doja Cat, Cardi B, Lotto, any of them, these newcomers that came after, Nicki Minaj, yeah, they don't need to even be in a conversation because obviously they did not make the list. They didn't make the list. None of them made the list. The only females that made the list is MC Lyte, Queen Latifah, Lil' Kim, Lauryn Hill, Missy Elliott, and Nicki Minaj. So none of these new school girls. Well, they're all new. They're all fairly new. To be fair, they're all what? They all came out after 2016 and after 2017 and after. So I mean, they're all fairly new, but still, it just shows that they didn't make the list. So if you didn't make the list, no more comparisons. You can't compete where you can't compare. So I mean, hey, this is their list. It's not mine, but definitely for me, I agree with the list. I agree with Nicki Minaj being the greatest female rapper, out of all the ones that we've had. I don't think any other female rapper has taken female rap to the heights that Nicki Minaj has. So she she rightfully so should be number one, and that's just what it is, Moving on. PageSix reports sales of Beyonce's Adidas and Ivy Park clothing line are down more than 50%. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that sales of the clothing line dropped by more than 50% last year, taking in $40 million compared to the $93 million in 2021. Sources are saying Adidas executives have discussed either ending or revamping the arrangement. And keep in mind, they're saying that Beyonce's contract with Adidas is due to end after this year. So they're saying sales are down. So obviously people are saving their money to buy tickets to her show rather than Ivy Park, which makes sense because you need all your coinage for Beyonce's show. I don't even want to get into the ticket prices. What I will say is I'm not going to sit here and lie to you guys and be like, oh, they're reasonable, they're affordable. If we're going to be honest, they are pricey. It's Beyonce. It's 2023. What do you think? Everybody's charging up the butt for, tickets now. So I'm just saying, I don't want to bash Beyonce because you have to go with, what it is now, the price margin now for tickets and everything like that. As time goes, prices increase. So it's 2023. So I'm not shocked that, her tickets are what they are. I mean, yeah. But I am, and I'm also not shocked that, her clothing line is down 50%. Yeah. Because a lot of people are saving to go see your show, girl, rather than buying your clothes. But they're saying that her contract is due at the end of this year, so we'll see if Ivy Park is going to stay with Adidas or part ways. I'll keep you guys posted on that one. All right, moving on. Fake news, okay? Britney Spears, her family and friends tried to plan an intervention, wrong, which was deemed ultimately, quote-unquote, unnecessary. Okay, so TMZ is reporting that Britney Spears' husband, Sam Asghari, and her manager, they were part of an intervention plan, I guess, for Britney, because they're concerned with her mental health due to medication-related issues. I don't see how this is anybody's business if this is true. Anything medical is HIPAA. That's her, that's her medical file. It should not be spoken about, especially publicly. But moving on. So the TMZ is coming out with these reports, which is crazy. And then, it goes from TMZ to whatever publication wants to believe TMZ. But this is the gag, okay? What people are not realizing is TMZ is on an obvious payroll. I don't know if anybody's noticed it. They tend to post stories about people that it's not even worth, posting the story. It's just really to trash the person that they're paid, whoever's paying them behind the scenes to trash. Oh, yes, I've seen it plenty of times. They're doing it to Britney Spears. And I'm going to say, allegedly, it's Lou Taylor with TriStar Sports and Entertainment. Yes, who happens to also, she manages the Kardashians, Meghan Trainor, and many more celebrities. But if you ever notice with TMZ, they don't ever post any type of like bad stories about Cardi B, Kim Kardashian, the Kardashians. They kind of only post favorable stories about them, which is obvious that somebody's paying them underneath the table to do smear campaigns against the obvious people that are against them. Which would be Britney Spears in the case of Lou Taylor, and in the case of Cardi B, Nicki Minaj. TMZ's always ready to post a smear, even old stories. They've done it recently with this story about Kenneth Petty and Nicki Minaj having a lawsuit with some guy in Germany, some security guards saying that they attacked him, and he has a lawsuit against them. But mind you, the same guy filed a lawsuit against Drake, alleging the same thing. So I'm just saying, it's definitely giving TMZ is getting paid by somebody, and they're basically posting the stories that they're getting the money from. But Britney Spears, after hearing this news, she decided to respond to it on her Instagram, and she posted hold on, let me find her. Oh, she said, okay, so this is what she said. She posted, "It makes me sick to my stomach that it's even legal for people to make up stories that I almost died." Okay. She said, "I mean, at some point, enough is enough. I'm probably going to have to stop posting on Instagram because even though I enjoy doing it, there's obviously a lot of people who don't wish me well. I'm honestly not surprised at all. Again, doing all the best I can. Again, the conservatorship has been over for almost a year. No, folks, it's not 2007, it's 2023, and I'm making my first homemade lasagna at home. I finally got my fireplace to work in my living room, as my hubby says it's best. As my hubby says it best. Don't believe everything you read, all the love right back at you." Okay? So basically, Britney Spears is letting you know, I'm fine. I'm not having no breakdown. Nothing's going on. It's just a ploy for you guys to believe that there's something wrong with me. It's the same people, her father and her former team, trying to come together and have the public, like we did in 2007, speculate there's something wrong with her. She needs help. They're trying to cause a frenzy again, obviously, but it's not working this time because it's 2023. The lid's been, we know how they've been operating behind the scenes. So, people are really not believing it. I hope nobody's believing it. Britney Spears is just trying to get her life back. She's just trying to heal. Just leave the girl alone, please. That's all I'm saying. But, continuing on, hold on, let me see. Her husband, Sam Asghari, he went on to say, "Britney is in full control of her life and will continue to make all decisions involving her care. Regardless of circumstances, speculation of her health is inappropriate and should end immediately." I agree. You don't know, you're not in her medical records. So any speculation about her medical or her mental state is disgusting and should stop. And she's not she's not hurting nobody. She's not out there running wild. She's not doing anything. She's just in her home, minding her business. All right. But like I said before, just let Britney have time for herself. Moving on. Did anyone catch Rihanna performing at the halftime show at the Super Bowl? I mean, like, you can answer me back. I'm all quiet, like I can get an answer, but no, okay. No, I mean, okay. I did caught it. I watched it. Now, as far as the staging, the dancers, the lighting, all that stuff, it was beautiful. It was like, it definitely was something grand to look at. But if we're talking about the actual performance, the performer, the artist, what I was giving, what I was getting, honestly, it wasn't that great of a performance. It wasn't that moving, to be honest with you. I felt like the staging and the dancers are what popped out the most to me. Now, what I will say is her catalog is fucking bomb. Like, I mean, I'm familiar with her catalog. I know Rihanna songs, but hearing it on shuffle, how she did it and what song she chose, it was kind of like, oh damn, I didn't know that she had this many hits. But obviously she has hits. She's a hit queen. It was a good show. Congratulations on her second baby. Basically that was her way of announcing that she's pregnant again. Awesome. But that just means that she's not going to be making music or touring like people are trying to put out there. You can cut that down. She's already made it clear, she don't even know when she's going to release new music, so she can't give you a date because she's pregnant again. But congrats to her. I'm happy for her. That's awesome, Rihanna. You do it, girl. Have your babies back to back, okay? Take that time off, okay? You've traveled the world. You've done so much. You're breaking so many records. You're a billionaire now. Yes, have those babies. But like I said, I just felt like the extravagance of the staging and the lighting and the dancers made up for what was obviously lacking. This is all my opinion, but I'm sure Rihanna fans, I saw a lot of people loved it. They were gagged by it. Good, great for you. I'm glad you got your, I'm glad you got your life off of the performance. For me, I did not, but I did enjoy it. She did look beautiful. She did her thing. I already know Fenty Beauty and her music. All the Super Bowl. This is one thing I had to learn, is that I did not know that the entertainment, that you don't get paid to perform at the Super Bowl, which is crazy to me. But at the same time, I'm like, well, first of all, everybody watches the Super Bowl. Like, every year, over 100 million people are tuned in. So it's kind of a win-win. You perform, and then all of a sudden you see that your music, everybody's on iTunes, everybody's streaming your music or buying your music. And then on top of that, which was freaking brilliant by Rihanna, her ass, pulled out a Fenty Beauty compact and, patted her face on, just like a quick little advertisement, which was smart because now everybody has been searching and Googling Fenty Beauty makeup. So, she won. Fenty Beauty, Rihanna, she won. The Super Bowl, it did nothing but help her and put money into her pockets. Even more money for her and her family. So, congrats, Rihanna. You did that, girl. I'm excited to see her next baby, and I hope it's a girl. I hope she has a girl. So I'm excited for her, and it's really cool. It's cool seeing Rihanna grow up, like seeing her from the beginning to now. Following. It's cool seeing your artist evolve and change and grow, and you're growing with them as they're doing it. It's like a full circle moment, if you will, and it's beautiful. Yeah. All right. Well, that was all the topics for this week. Make sure you subscribe, share, and like on Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube. Make sure to follow the Cheston Podcast on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Now, remember, next episode is the season finale for season 1. We will be done with season 1. We will be cleared out. So that means that it will be all uploaded. And if you didn't get a chance to not catch any episodes, or if you want to listen to some episodes again, like go back and re-listen. Episode 1 through 26 will be uploaded and available on all those platforms: Apple Podcasts, Amazon Music, Spotify, and YouTube. You can just go ahead and catch up, replay, listen to what you've missed if you missed anything, and then be ready for season 2 when I announce the actual date, which will be the season finale. Next episode I will be announcing when I will, well, it will be the season finale, and then I'm going to announce when, I'll be back from my break/hiatus and, going into season 2. But anyways, I want you guys to take care of yourselves, take care of each other. Okay. The season finale, the next episode will be uploaded next Tuesday. Okay, you guys, take care of yourself. Thank you. Peace.